Hey guys, welcome back to math class. Today we are going to talk about applying angle relationships. Okay. And this is going to be on page 29. Applying angle relationships on page 29. Okay, so we last talked about parallel lines cut by transversals. And now we're going to do parallel lines today with a transversal. And but they're going to have equations in there. So we're going to combine kind of what we know. This is applying so let's say we have parallel lines cut by this transversal. And it's taking knowledge that we've already had from previous things that we've done and applying it to what we now know. Okay. We know that if I have this equation, 3x plus 7 and 10x plus 17. Okay, these are interior angles and they are the same side interior. Okay, so they're on the interior angles. Okay, alternate interior, they were congruent, right? If these are same side interior, they add up to 180 degrees. Same side interior angles add up to 180 degrees. And you can kind of see that this angle and this angle, we know alternate interior are going to be 180, also same side. Okay, so our alternate interior are the congruent, are the same, so that the other ones have to be the same. So if these two, if this side and this side is the same, then this side and this side is going to be the same, which means that they're ultimately all going to equal 180 because we form a straight angle. If I was to put it to here with this one, I would make a straight angle, which is 180 degrees, right? So I know that 3x plus 7, this first angle, plus the second angle, 10x plus 17, are going to be equal to 180. So my first step is to combine like terms. Remember, we have to combine the things that are the same. So we're going to block in our variables that are the same. Circle the numbers that are the same. Okay, my blocks. I have 3x plus 10x. I'm combining those like terms. That's 13x. Set my circles. 7 plus, and it's positive, right? It's plus 7. So 7 plus 17 is 24. And that's equal to 180 degrees. Now I'm going to solve the equation. I subtract 24 from both sides. Goes away and I have 13x divide by 13. And x is equal to 12. Okay, so this is my first step. My second step. My third step is to plug x back in. Okay, so I have 3 times 12. I'm going to draw an arrow so we know we're going up. 3 times 12 plus 7. And I can just do that in my calculator. 3 times 12 plus 7 is equal to 43. And then I have 10 times 12 plus 17 is 137. So this angle is equal to 43 and this angle is equal to 137. Okay. So when you are dealing with parallel lines cut by transversal, they're always going to equal 180 or they're going to be equal to each other. So let's see which ones we know are equal to each other. So if I have parallel lines cut by a transversal, and we're going to do a same side corresponding angles. So we learned about these angles the other day that were the same, right? We said that vertical angles, alternate interior and alternate exterior. We also have what's called corresponding. They just mean they're in the same spot. These are corresponding angles. And they are congruent. Oh, I wrote the same one. This is supposed to be 15x minus 2, and this is 11x plus 34. Okay, so they're equal to each other. And when they equal each other, we have to set them equal to each other. So I have 11x plus 34, and that's equal to 15x minus 2. We're going to do the same steps, combine like terms, but this time we have to combine like terms across the equal sign. So remember that when you go across the equal sign, you do the opposite. Whenever you go across the equal sign, you're doing the opposite operation. So we're going to subtract 11x from both sides. Okay. That goes away, and I have 4x minus 2 is equal to 34. I add 2, and I get 4x is equal to 36. Divide by 4, and x is equal to 9. Now I'm going to go back in and plug this in. Where x is, I'm going to put in my 9. 15 times 9 minus 2. Which is equal to 133, and if I did my math correct, I'll get 133 here. So I do 11 times 9 plus 34, and I get 133, and that's this angle. So I am correct. Okay. So the only difference is to remember, and we can tell that the angles are congruent just by what they look like. Okay, you can tell that this is an obtuse angle and this is an obtuse angle. So we know that they have to be equally to each other when we have parallel lines that are cut by transversals. All right, now you're going to go on to practice some.